All right, let's talk bunting and defending the bunt. We were just talking about this at practice a few days ago. I was watching the Red Sox versus the Tigers, and there's a bunting situation here. So it's the fourth inning, nobody out. The Tigers are hitting, men at first and second. And so the Red Sox are anticipating a bunt here. You can see the defense. We've got the first baseman in on the cut of the grass. We've got Bregman in a little bit angled so we can see this guy right here. So he's prepared for the bunt. And then we have the shortstop is going to come here on the bunt, and second baseman is going to come here. As the bunter, man on second, bunt to third. Man only at first, bunt to first. Let's show it first, and then we're going to explain why that's the case. So here we go. Here's the square, the bunt. It's a perfect bunt, and we have a hit. So let's back it up real quick. Okay, let's talk about bunt defense with a man at second or first and second. It's the same bunt defense. As a defense, you can do a couple of different things. If you have something more creative, let me know. There's a million things you can do, but to keep it simple, we'll talk about it. So the first thing, why do we bunt the ball to third base with a man on second base? Because he has a responsibility. He cannot just crash in here, because if he does, this guy can just steal behind them because nobody is here. And so he has to, what we call, read it. If the ball is bunted hard at him, he's going to come get it. If it's bunted to the first baseman or to the pitcher, or just right in front of the plate to the catcher, he's going to retreat to third, and then we're going to field the ball and we're going to throw it here. So in order to beat this bunt defense, which is just a standard read it defense, you have to bunt the ball to him. If you bunt it to him, well, that's a great bunt. You're going to get a hit. But if you just bunted it, let's say he bunted it really hard at him, he's going to field the ball, throw it to first, and we have our runners move up. And so that's why you want to bunt the ball there. You don't want to bunt the ball to first, because this guy doesn't have a responsibility. Now, watching this, I think that he should be in on the grass even a bit more. And the second you see hands, right there, you should be sprinting in. Because if he does happen to bunt it poorly at you, you field it and fire it to third base. But if you don't crash hard, see how he's not really crashing, he's just kind of like walking in, like walks a couple. And to me, it doesn't make sense. You have no responsibility. This guy can't go anywhere. You're not holding him on. There's a guy at second base. So you might as well, if you think it's a bunt, in on the grass a little bit more. And then the second you see hands, you're flying in and you're preparing for a poor bunt. Again, if the bunter does his job and does that, well then there's nothing you can do about it. Now, what could you do differently? There are other bunt plays you could run. So instead of just your standard read it defense, what you could do is you could, if you're certain that the guy's going to bunt, you could run some type of wheel or crash, whatever you want to call it. And the only difference there would be this guy would be a little bit more over here. This guy would crash hard. This guy would crash hard. This guy would break hard to third base. And so now you've got him crashing. He's got middle. You're taking care of the bunt. It's a more aggressive play. If they don't bunt or they slash, they could kill someone. A slash is you show bunt, they all crash, you pull back and you hit the ball and you take somebody's head off. So it's a more aggressive form of bunt defense, which we used to run it more back in the day when there was more bunting, but now there's not a lot, so I don't really see a whole lot of crashes or wheels. But that would just be more aggressive, right? You're going to crash him, you're going to crash him, he's got the middle, he's going to go this way, and now if you bunt the ball, really if you bunt into the crash, the only way to really beat it, I guess, you either slash or you have to just kill the ball. Like, that bunt would still work if they crash, because it's just a beautiful bunt. He kills it, he gets it off the end of the bat, he puts it right down the line. The play would still only be to first. The only difference is we would have had an out, because Bregman would have probably been about right here as the ball was being bunted instead of being right there when the ball is bunted. Again, he can't crash in because he's got to read it. If he crashes, this guy's going to run behind him. Those are the main two ways to defend the play. You either crash or you read it. A crash, again, is just, they call it a wheel because you're just, like this guy's wheeling this way, and then obviously these guys are coming here. So they chose to just read it. Detroit put the bunt down perfectly. They were able to get bases loaded. They ended up scoring 3 runs, I believe, this inning. They still lost the game, but it was successful here with the bunt. So let me know if there's anything I missed. Over the years, we've run variations of the crash or the wheel a bunch of different ways. Most teams run it kind of standard. When I was with the Orioles, Buck Showalter ran it a little bit different, which I've actually seen a few teams do. I won't get into it too crazy here, but we would set this guy up and we'd preset him up like way over here, and then we would crash and then this guy would come here, and then this guy was like right here, and we could pick, or if we ran, so it either would be a pick or it would be the wheel, and he would go this way for the wheel, or he'd come this way for the pick. So this guy, because the shortstop was way over here, you would say like, oh, this guy can get way off, but you couldn't, because we'd put our second baseman literally right where the umpire is, and they don't know, are they going to pick or are they going to wheel? And so we just mix it up. We'd pick or we'd wheel, and just another way that we did it. But there's 1,000 different ways you could do it. That's just one of them. Anyways, let me know what you think in the comment section below. I could talk bunting for a long time. I won't waste everybody's time. That's all we got. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, give it a thumbs up, all that good stuff. We'll talk to you later.